we are going to do costing of our cost of goods sold, our merchandise inventory. So you may recall that we like to track our inventory, and we track the cost of goods sold so that we know that. And when we purchase something, we purchase it at a cost, and that becomes our cost of goods sold. But when we sell something, we sell it at a price, and price times units equals our revenue. So don't let this confuse you, because you hopefully purchase it for a lot less than you sell it for, right? So you have some gross profit in between. So here's a little set of purchases and sales. Oh, and we had a starting balance. And we're going to use these numbers to calculate the inventory cost of goods sold and the inventory ending balance using both FIFO and LIFO. And you may recall we used a chart for doing this. It just seems like the easiest way to keep everything in order, because with FIFO you have to keep everything first in, first out. So you have to keep it in order. LIFO, last in, first out. So the chart is a nice way to just keep things in order. The question here simply asks for cost of goods sold, ending merchandise inventory, and gross profit. So you don't strictly need this whole chart, but it's a great way to keep track of how you do it. Alright, so we're just going to use this chart. I've written the dates on the side, and then we've got the three main columns: purchases, cost of goods sold, and then merchandise inventory on hand. And then each of these main categories has these sub-columns, right? Quantity, unit cost, and total cost, right? Quantity, the number of units being purchased or sold. Unit cost, how much it cost, not the price we sell it for, how much it cost. And then the total cost, quantity times unit cost equals total cost. So each of these have quantity, unit cost, total cost, quantity, unit cost, total cost. All right, so here is what we're keeping track of. On June 1, we start out with 35 sofas that cost $700 each. So that's not a purchase. That's not a cost of goods sold. That's just some of our inventory on hand. So let's put that down as 35 at unit cost of 700. 35 times 700 is equal to $24,500. Now I like to do a little deal where I kind of total everything out here. Of course we only have one, so 24,500. Okay, so now what happens next? Oh, we purchase some more sofas. So that's a purchase, so it's going to go in the purchase column. And we're purchasing 25. That's the quantity, 25. And the unit cost is $750 each. So 25 times 750 gives me a total cost of $18,750. $18,750. Now, every time we purchase or sell, we have to update our inventory, right? Because this is our merchandise on hand, but now we've bought some more, so we have some more. And it's important to keep it in order, right? Because we're going to go first in, first out. So I want to make sure and keep them in order. So I got to bring this first. So I got to go 35 at 700 is 24,500, and now I've got my new 25 at 750 is 18,750, and if I add those all together, that is equal to 43,250. Now that's my inventory right now. If somebody said, how many sofas do you have? You're like, well, I have 70 sofas, right? I'm sorry, 60 sofas right now. Can't even add. I have 60 sofas, and that's what their cost was, $43,250. Some cost $700, some cost $750. All right. So now, what's the next thing? Oh, we have a sale. 30 sofas. Now remember, this is the price, not the cost. So this is cost. This is cost. Price is going to give us our revenue. So we don't need that right now. So it's not like you're going to write 30 sofas, 1,400 here. No, you got to pick out which sofas did I sell. That's the point, right? So it's saying I sold 30 sofas. All right. So if it's first in, first out, I sold 30 of these $700 ones. So on 614, under cost of goods sold, I sold 30 of the $700 sofas. And so that would be total cost of $21,000. And so I'm just going to total that here because sometimes we have multiple things to total. All right. Now, we have to update this because we no longer have this many sofas, right? So 35 minus 30 leaves me 5 of the $700 sofas, and that's 3,500. And I still have all 25 of the $750 sofas, so that is still 18,750. Now if I add that, that gives me 22,250. All right, so I have 30 sofas, and my cost was 22,250. They cost different amounts, but that's the total. All right, so what happens next? Purchase. So 50 more sofas come in, $775 each. So that's in the purchase column. So 50 at $775. So 50 times 775 is 38,750. 38,750. Okay, it has nothing to do with cost of goods sold. This is a purchase. All right, but we do have to update our merchandise because now we've got 50 more sofas. I've got to keep them in order. So 5 times 700 is 3,500. 25 times 750 is still 18,750. And now we've got these 50 at 775 for 38,750. And if you add those all up, you get 61,000. Okay. Finally, now see, we have a sale, 35 sofas, and again, that's the price, not the cost. This is about calculating the cost to us. Right? The price is used for the revenues. So at this time, we are selling 35 sofas, but which 35? Well, we're going first in, first out. So 5 at 700 equals 3,500. So we got to get to 30. So 25 at 750. I'm sorry, we got to get to 35. So 25 at 750. We need all of those. So 25 times 750 is 18,750, and I sold 30 sofas, but I still have 5 more. So I pick up 5 of these. 5 times 775 is equal to 38,75. So if you add those all up, they total 26,125. Right? So that's my cost of goods sold for this sale. I have to update my inventory. So I sold all those. I sold all those. I sold 5 of those. So that means I have 45 of the 775 ones. Right? And 45 times 775 is 34,875. And so 34,875, that's what I have left, right? Okay, so the question actually asks, what is your cost of goods sold, ending merchandise inventory, and gross profit? So, let's calculate our totals here. It doesn't really matter about purchases, but it looks like we purchased 75, and if you total that up, it totals 57.5. We sold 30, 35, 65 sofas. And if you add these up, it's not the ending one, it's both of them, right? Total cost of goods sold, 21,000 plus 26,125 is 47,125. And just like it said, that is my cost of goods sold. That's one of the things it asks for, right? So there's one of your things. What's our ending? Well, we have 45 at 775 for 34,875. That's my ending inventory, which it asks for too. Cost of goods sold, ending inventory. Now it wants gross profit. Okay, well, you may recall we just did that income statement a couple videos ago, and you know that gross profit is equal to sales revenue minus cost of goods sold equals gross profit. All right, so we have cost of goods sold, it's right there. 47,125. But what's sales revenue? Well, I'll come over here. Sales revenue equals sales price per unit times number units sold, right? It's pretty simple. So, well, how many did I sell? I sold 65. And how much did I sell them for per unit? 1,400. That's where you need that 1,400. So 65 times 1,400 is equal to 91,000. So that's your sales revenue, 91,000. So 91,000 minus 47,125, which I got from there, equals my cost of goods sold, equals my gross profit, which is 43,875. So there's the last part of your question, gross profit. All right, so to answer the question, I need these three numbers, cost of goods sold, ending inventory, and gross profit. But to get that, you kind of have to do all this chart stuff in order to keep it in order. All right, next video we'll do LIFO.